In the coastal town of Eldermere, where the rhythmic crash of waves against the rocky shore mirrored the pulsating heartbeats of its inhabitants, summer brought with it a taste of possibility. The salty air was thick with tales of the ocean, tales passed down through generations, each more fantastical than the last. Among such stories, the legend of the elusive Octopus of Wishes stood out, an enchanting creature said to reside in the depths of the sea, granting the desires of those brave enough to summon it. It was on one such humid July evening that Clara, a passionate painter known for her vibrant depictions of the sea, stumbled upon the whispers of the octopus while sipping a glass of chilled rosé on her porch. Her intuitive heart raced at the thought, igniting an idea that had long been nestled in her soul, the longing for artistic inspiration. She felt a pull, a bittersweet yearning to dive deeper into her craft, but she had not found the right muse. What if the octopus could show me the colors of the ocean's hidden depths? She mused, envisioning brushstrokes dancing across her canvas. Across town, in a cozy bookstore filled with the smell of old paper and ink, Zara flipped through the pages of a marine biology textbook. Her analytical mind was consumed with the magic of the ocean, an environment she had long studied yet never fully understood. The quest for knowledge had become her obsession. She yearned for a connection with the very thing she dedicated her life to, a deeper understanding of the creatures that inhabited the waves. Glancing out the window, Zara caught sight of the sun setting on the horizon, the colors swirling in a way that mirrored Clara's painted dreams, and her thoughts swirled to the legend of the octopus. If I could only witness its grace, perhaps it would reveal its mysteries to me, she whispered. Meanwhile, on the outskirts of town, Maya sat in the quiet of her garden, her once vibrant spirit dimmed by the weight of heartbreak. The love she thought would last had slipped through her fingers like water. In her solitude, she found solace in the stories of the sea, and tonight her heart felt the urge to escape, to seek something beyond her pain. Can the octopus heal me? She pondered, envisioning its inky embrace washing away her sorrows. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, the three women's lives would soon intertwine, each seeking the same mythical creature for vastly different reasons. It was Clara who took the first step, fueled by an electric excitement. She decided to organize an expedition to the nearby cove, a rumored haven for the octopus. She brewed a pot of herbal tea, sat on her porch, and penned a message to local women she admired, inviting them to join her on this whimsical journey. "Dear sisters of the sea," she wrote, "I invite you to join me in search of the fabled Octopus of Wishes at Coral Cove. Let us uncover its secrets together. Who knows what magic awaits us?" The next day, as Clara ventured into town to hang her invitation on the community board, she was pleasantly surprised to discover that Zara had responded before her. Clara found her easy to talk to. Their conversations flowed like the tide that coursed through the village. She introduced Clara to Maya, whose radiant spirit dimmed but had not given up hope. Though uncertain, Maya felt a flicker of excitement, a sense that perhaps the journey was what she needed. The women met on a bright Saturday morning, their hearts beating in anticipation of what lay ahead. Standing by the water's edge, the sun casting golden rays upon them, Clara felt an electric energy between them, ignited by their shared purpose. "Are we ready?" she asked, a teasing smile on her lips while she surveyed the coastline, its jagged cliffs adorned with wildflowers. "Absolutely," replied, adjusting her backpack, filled with notebooks and scientific equipment. "I've compiled a list of what we might need to observe if we do encounter the octopus." Maya glanced at the shimmering water, anxiety twinkling in her eyes. "And what if we don't find it?" she asked softly. Clara reached for Maya's hand, squeezing it reassuringly. "Even if we don't meet the octopus, we'll explore the beauty of the sea together. Let's make a day of it." With determination, they set forth, laughing and sharing stories, each step imbuing them with newfound courage. As they ventured closer to Coral Cove, they encountered tidal pools glittering under the sun, each revealing a miniature world of starfish, sea urchins, and colorful shells. The ocean, vast and mysterious, felt alive, beckoning them closer. Once at the cove, the sound of the waves resonated in their chests like a heartbeat. They shared their hopes and fears, each woman revealing her innermost desires. Clara spoke of her dreams, a painting that would capture the essence of the sea, vibrant and raw. Zara yearned for understanding, to demystify her beloved ocean. Maya, her voice trembling, shared her longing for love and healing. As their laughter mingled with the splashing waves, the sun dipped lower in the sky, cloaking the cove in a golden haze. The moment felt sacred, a sense of unity blossoming among them. Inspired, Clara grabbed her paintbrush, and with Zara collecting observations while Maya gathered shells, they created an impromptu art piece on the sand, a tapestry of their journey thus far. But as twilight encroached upon them, a sudden stillness fell over the cove. The ocean, which had been dancing with life, now held its breath. Clara's heart raced, intuition whispering that this was the moment. "What if we called to the octopus?" she suggested, her voice barely above a whisper. The women looked at one another with shared determination. Gathering in a circle, they closed their eyes and placed their hands over their hearts. They took a collective breath, harmonizing their desires into a single mantra, calling out to the creature of the deep. As the echo of their voice faded into the hush of the night, the moon shone high above, casting a silvery pathway across the water. Moments stretched between breaths, and just as doubt began to creep in, the surface of the cove began to ripple. An otherworldly glow surfaced, illuminating the dark water, casting dancing shadows along the shore. Clara's breath caught in her throat. Zara's eyes widened in disbelief, while Maya's heart raced with both fear and excitement. Could it be? Had the myth come alive before their very eyes? The water parted gracefully, revealing the sleek form of the octopus, a magnificent creature with iridescent skin shimmering in hues of blues and greens. Each tentacle glided through the water with a gentle grace, reflecting the wisdom of the ages. As it drew closer, the women felt a magnetic pull, their spirits entwined with the mysteries of the ocean. In that moment, time seemed to stand still. The octopus hovered just beneath the water's surface, curious eyes locking onto theirs with an intensity that sent shivers down their spines. The air was thick with magic, the promises of wishes dancing in the moonlight. "What do you seek?" the octopus seemed to ask, its presence profound and ancient. In unison, their hearts whispered their deepest desires. The artist, the scientist, the lover, each yearning pulsing in the atmosphere as the ocean accepted their plea. The octopus, wise beyond comprehension, began to move, allowing a beautiful luminescent ink to seep from its body, transforming the water into a dazzling art piece, reflecting each woman's dream. This was only the beginning of their adventure, a fateful encounter that would lead them on a journey not just to the bottom of the sea, but within the depths of their own hearts, unlocking desires they never realized they harbored. And as the sun began to rise on the horizon, the women stood there, transformed, ready to embrace the challenges that lay ahead, united by their longing for connection, courage, and the mysteries of the ocean they would continue to explore together. As the first light of dawn filtered through the skies, the three women found themselves transformed by the encounter with the octopus. A mysterious energy hung in the air, urging them to explore the depths of their desires, not only for the octopus, but also within themselves. After the octopus vanished back into the depths, Clara felt a fierce urgency ignite within her. She had always sought inspiration from nature, but the ink the octopus released seemed to awaken something new, a connection deeper than she had ever known. "Did you feel that?" she asked her companions, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "It was as if the ocean opened a door within me." Zara nodded vigorously, her mind racing with possibilities. "I've studied marine behavior for years, but I never anticipated that an encounter could evoke such raw emotion. It felt intimate." Her cheeks flushed as she spoke, revealing a depth of longing for understanding and connection that had faded over time. Maya, still shaken from the experience, hesitated. "I've been running away from my feelings for so long." Encountering the octopus felt like a reflection of the complexities within me. It was as if the ocean showed me my own vulnerabilities. "I'm not just searching for love, I'm searching for acceptance." The more they discussed their experience, the more palpable their desires became, both for the octopus and for themselves. Inspired, Clara suggested they spend more time in the cove to explore their feelings, not just regarding the mythical creature, but also about their own lives and desires. Over the next few days, the trio returned to the cove, sharing their thoughts, laughter, and moments of introspection. Each sunset brought them closer, building an unbreakable bond through shared vulnerability. They found themselves discussing everything from personal ambitions to the heartaches that haunted them, often gravitating back to the enchanting octopus that had drawn them together. Clara painted during the day, capturing the surreal beauty of the cove while weaving in her emotional journey through vibrant colors. As she watched the vibrant ink dance across the canvas, she realized she was not just painting the sea. She was pouring her essence into her art. Zara began to sketch intricate diagrams of the ocean life surrounding them, deepening her understanding while allowing the beauty of the underwater world to spark her curiosity anew. She started documenting the animal behaviors in the hopes of someday sharing this inspiration with others, rekindling her passion for marine biology while embracing the emotional undercurrents tied to it. Maya found solace in gathering shells and creating quirky jewelry that she started selling at local markets. With each piece she crafted, she infused her emotions, channeling her heartache into something beautiful and meaningful. The ocean became a cathartic space for her healing, a sanctuary where she could rediscover love for herself. As summer progressed, the women's relationship with the ocean and each other intensified. Drawn to the mysteries of the abyss, they began to fantasize about the octopus, seeing it as more than a myth. It became a symbol of their deepest desires and unfulfilled dreams. Each moonlit gathering at the cove awakened a new layer of intimacy as they reveled in shared dreams, fears, and an ever-growing attraction to the enchanting creature. One night, under a sky abundant with stars, the conversation turned to fantasies, their secret desires laid bare under the moonlight. Clara began, her voice trembling with excitement. Imagine if we could talk to the octopus again, but this time learn something truly profound from it, something about our own desires and passions. Zara chimed in, her voice laced with intrigue. What if it could reveal not just secrets of the ocean, but also the deep, primal part of ourselves that we often suppress? The octopus, with its multiple limbs, embodies fluidity and adaptability. Perhaps it can show us how to embrace our desires. Maya, emboldened by her friends, added, what if the octopus could help us reclaim our femininity? It represents the beauty of embracing our desires, both emotional and passionate. Perhaps our longing for it is intertwined with our search for identity and fulfillment. Feeling the heat of the moment, Clara raised her chin defiantly. Then let's call to it again. Let's ask it to guide us, to teach us how to pursue our heart's desires boldly. The three women, fueled by their shared resolve, held hands and stood in a circle once more, echoing their plea to the sea. As the last echoes of their voices faded into the night, the water began to stir mysteriously. The waves swirled, drawing them toward the edge of the cove, and in that pulsating moment, the octopus reemerged, its presence electric and alluring. The air glistened with charged anticipation as they felt a magnetic connection with the creature. It floated closer, its tentacles gliding gracefully through the water as if inviting them into its world. The moonlight shimmered off its body, casting an enchanting aura around their gathering. For the women, time slipped away and they felt a sense of awakening unlike anything they had ever experienced before. Before their eyes, the octopus began to dance, a mesmerizing display of color and movement that seemed to weave a spell over them. Each flicker of its tentacles brought forth layers of emotion long buried within. It ignited a passionate yearning for connection, intimacy, and to embrace their desires openly and unapologetically. Feeling emboldened, Clara stepped closer to the water's edge, captivated by the octopus's alluring charm. Show us, O wondrous creature. Help us understand our needs, our longings for love, creativity, and freedom. The octopus responded not with words but through swirling colors, wrapping its tentacles around Clara's heart, then Zara's, and finally Maya's. Each woman felt a rush, a profound sense of energy coursing through them. Their souls intertwined with the creature, drawing them closer to a deeper understanding of their desires. In that moment, the women embraced the lessons being offered, to embrace their true selves, pursue their passions, and celebrate their femininity without restraint. They looked into the water, the octopus reflecting their shared truth, their power as women, each tentacle symbolizing a different desire unbound by societal constraints. But for all the beauty of this moment, the octopus reminded them that what burns within, both desire and ambition, must be embraced fearlessly. As the octopus retreated into the depths with a final flicker of iridescent brilliance, the women stood there, their hearts swelling with newfound understanding and empowerment. This experience marked not just a physical journey to the ocean depths, but rather a journey into their own hearts, each woman now committed to exploring her true desires and fantasies, both creatively and personally. As they left the cove that night, the air buzzed with promises and potential, a sense of sisterhood binding them ever closer. They had ignited the flames of desire and courage within one another, ready to face whatever adventure awaited both in the depths of the sea and the recesses of their hearts. As the weeks rolled on, the women continued to visit the cove, growing ever closer to the mysteries of the ocean and their own depths. Each gathering became a ritual, infused with laughter, introspection, and a shared sense of vulnerability. One balmy night, as the moon hung full and luminous in the sky, Clara, Zara, and Maya gathered at their usual spot. The air shimmered with magic, thick with anticipation. Clara had set up her canvas, yearning to capture the beauty of the night. The soft sound of waves lapping against the shore created a soothing backdrop, while the flickering fireflies danced overhead, casting playful shadows. "I think tonight is the night we truly connect," Zara said, brushing her fingers through the water's edge, feeling the pull of the tide. "The octopus has taught us so much, but I feel like there's still more to discover." Maya nodded, her heart racing with excitement. "It's as if we have this unspoken bond with it, one that transcends words. We've become more than just seekers. We're part of its world now." Clara turned her gaze toward the glimmering water. "Let's invite it again. Let's see where this journey takes us." Gathering in a circle as they had done before, the women held one another's hands and closed their eyes, their breaths synchronizing with the rhythm of the ocean. "Great Octopus of Wishes," they called into the night. "We seek your guidance, your wisdom. Show us the path to deeper connection." As if responding to their heartfelt invitation, the water began to shimmer, and soon the familiar form of the octopus emerged, gliding gracefully through the ocean's depths. The moonlight caught its iridescent skin, casting a glow that surrounded the women, surrounding them with warmth and allure. When the octopus reached the edge of the cove, its movements were fluid and hypnotic. The women stood entranced, each of them feeling a compelling connection to the creature. It seemed to sense their desires, weaving between them while drawing closer, a dance of intimacy that felt electric. As the tentacles hovered just above the water's surface, Clara took a tentative step forward. "Will you teach us?" she whispered, her heart pounding. The octopus responded by gently brushing a tentacle against her forearm, sending a wave of warmth coursing through her. Zara felt a shiver of excitement as the octopus turned toward her, its eyes twinkling with ancient wisdom. "I feel it's inviting us," she said, her voice trembling with both anticipation and joy. Maya stepped closer, her heart racing, as the octopus wrapped a tentacle around her waist, drawing her into the circle of its embrace. In that moment, a feeling of synergy enveloped them, a bond deeper than any they had known. The octopus acted as a conduit, encouraging them to explore their desires as never before. It was not just a creature of the sea, it was a mirror reflecting their most intimate selves. The women found themselves touching the tentacles, their hands gliding over the cool, smooth skin. Each caress felt transformative, awakening passion and curiosity that had long been dormant. They felt liberated, their fears melting away in the presence of this extraordinary being. Clara looked into the octopus's eyes, and what she saw was understanding of all their struggles and desires, a recognition of their shared journey. She leaned closer, and in that intimate moment, all hesitation faded. The octopus playfully twirled around them, every movement an invitation to connect more deeply. Maya gasped, her heart swelling with warmth as she reached out to hold one of the octopus's longer tentacles. It felt as if the creature understood her longing, not just for love, but also for the acceptance of her own complexities. Zara, emboldened by this connection, took another tentacle in her hand, feeling as though the octopus was embracing them all in a shared, sacred space. As they swayed together in the soft water, laughter bubbled up between them. The octopus coiled around each woman, engaging them in a rhythm that felt both playful and profound. They moved in harmony, exploring the sensations the interaction brought forth, a mixture of exhilaration and tenderness that they had never experienced before. In that enchanting night, the boundaries between human and creature blurred, fostering an atmosphere of unity and understanding. The women felt free to express their innermost desires, both for themselves and each other. Every delicate touch was filled with emotion, a reminder of their journey, their fears, and their triumphs, and so they surrendered to the moment, enveloped in the mystique of the cove. They embraced the exploration of connection and intimacy, finding fulfillment in their profound bond with one another and the extraordinary octopus. It became a celebration, a dance of life and passion, a shared journey of discovery that would stay with them long after the tides had turned. The moon continued to shine brightly over them as Clara, Maya, and Zara celebrated their newfound freedom to love and be loved. Their hearts beat as one, a trio intertwined by dreams, desires, and a magical connection that transcended the ordinary. As dawn broke, the octopus turned to leave, disappearing into the azure depths, a promise lingering in the air. The women looked at each other, hearts still racing, knowing they had embarked on a journey that went beyond mere wishes. They had uncovered the power within themselves to embrace vulnerability and strength alike. With the morning sun rising on the horizon, Clara, Zara, and Maya stood united, ready to explore the uncharted waters of their newfound selves, emboldened by the magical connection they had forged, not only with the octopus, but also with each other. The journey of their desires had only just begun, opening a world of endless possibilities beneath the waves, where the heart's whispers would guide them in discovering the depths of their own souls.